Greetings everyone. In our earlier video, we did say that if you have received your waiver as a ZEP holder and the waiver does have mistakes, you do a police affidavit as opposed to taking back to VFS. And in that video, we're talking about those that want to apply for critical skills, but their waivers came out saying they are clear to apply for a general worker visa. We gave you the two options that you can decide to follow or to pick. You can pick either of the two options that we did indicate in the previous video. But in this video, we're talking about those then that are applying for business visa. I'm not a business person, so I've been asking those that are sending us queries, complaints, to say what is the difference. Because the person will say to us, the waiver came out, this person owns a company, right? Then he says the waiver came out, says he is a director of a company, not the owner. And then I ask, what is the difference between an owner and a director? Then someone says, no, a director is appointed by the owner. And the person feels that if they apply as a director, then the owner of the company should provide all documentation, something which I seem not to understand. But when you applied for your waiver, you submitted company documents, the registration certificate of the company, you proved that you are tax compliant, everything is in your name. You submitted that you are an owner, but the waiver comes out and says you are a director. Personally, of course, that would be my lack of understanding, but personally, I don't see a huge difference. That to an extent that you want to take back your waiver. But again, you can do again an affidavit to reaffirm and state in the affidavit that you are the owner of the company, right? So that you do not have problems. So one comrade sent us this message after we recorded the earlier video. It says, thank you for the last clarity pertaining to the two options. Though somewhere I feel it's purposely thrown spanner in the works. I could easily apply for the general worker visa. Then what happens to the 10-year plus of building a business around Africa? And the banks won't allow one with a general work permit to run a business account except for F&B in some instances. It's a catch-22 situation for him. Our understanding, which we are addressing in the first video, was that you are a worker, right? You are a worker, but you possess a critical skill. You are not just a general worker. We said your profession is listed, but you do not meet the grade, right? We are an electrician. Say if an electrician is listed under critical skills, you're an artisan listed under critical skills, but after you have evaluated your certificates, you do not meet the grade. It is then that we gave you two options, right? It was not about you running a business, but indeed, if you are running a business, the business is registered in your name, you are a director or owner, you have provided all the documentation, but the waiver comes out and says that you are free to apply for a general worker visa. You then need to do a police affidavit that when you submitted your application for a waiver, you clearly stated that you are running a company. you are applying for a business visa, not a general work visa. Right? So that you then granted the business visa. And I hope that in your application for a waiver, you did explain everything in detail. Right? Then we'll assume that when they then wrote your waiver outcome, they then made a mistake to say you are now being cleared to apply for a general work visa, whereas you're applying for a business visa. Because it is true that if you are running Mabena Consultants as an example, it's a business, right? You are cleared to apply for, you are supposed to be applying for a business visa because you run Mabena Consultants, right, as an example. But you are then told to apply for a general work visa. Naturally, this is going to affect your business operations. This is why it is important that you do the police affidavit. Because if you take it back, it might take time for them to sort you out, and which will delay you in terms of submitting your application. In the next video, I'm then going to talk about the pending consultation with respect to holders of ZEP and what is likely to happen. Because remember that the ZEP expires on the 28th of November 2025, and we know that most companies are now insisting that their employees should have payments. So we're going to discuss this in the next video. Otherwise, please like this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you're on TikTok, please do follow us. Otherwise, goodbye.